Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Detail Matters. In this episode, I'll be using the products in our February 2021 glove box while giving you some tips on how to inspect a brand new vehicle. All coming up on this episode. Okay, before we start using their products, I wanted to give you some tips on what to look for or what to do when accepting a brand new vehicle, whether it's a vehicle you purchased or a vehicle you're accepting for one of your clients. This is a 2021 Porsche 911 Carrera S. Now, I didn't accept this at the dealership for my client. This was transported from California to us here in Chicago. So how that looks is I'm in contact with the dealership, and then I'm in contact with the transporter, setting up delivery times, also letting the transporter know it's a brand new vehicle, certain things not to do, certain things to do. The dealership has already removed the transportation covering on this that comes from the factory, which is okay in some cases because you still have time to kind of look and search to see if there's anything unordinary that needs to be presented to the dealer to hopefully get reimbursed or fixed. So transporter brings it to me, in contact with me, they deliver it, we go over the car together, I sign off on the paperwork, I get the vehicle. And now, after I did my inspection with the driver, I'm also gonna do some more inspection. I'm gonna look at the front lip, the lower lip, because on these lower vehicles going onto the transporter, it could scrape. So I wanna make sure that that's good. I wanna make sure where their tie downs were on the tires from the transporter, nothing rubbed against my wheels or hit my fenders. I want to check the lower rear, and then I just want to do a good glance around the exterior of the vehicle, looking from different angles, making sure there's no damage done, checking the side mirrors so they didn't rub, because remember that transporter truck is thin. These cars are getting wider and wider, so there's not much room to move around in there. I also want to check the driver door, because when they get in the car to move it, there's not much room again, and they gotta squeeze their way through there. So I wanna make sure the driver door didn't rub against the inside of the trailer, scratching it. I wanna check the miles, I wanna check the fluid, I wanna check to make sure all the paperwork, the extra set of keys, everything that the dealer promised me is with the vehicle itself. Now, if I find anything when I'm doing this inspection with the driver, I'm gonna note it on the bill of lading or the inspection sheet, and then we're gonna address it from there. But if I get the vehicle and I start diving deeper into it and I find some stuff during my wash process, then I'm gonna note that, take pictures, email the dealership and say, hey, this is what we found within the first 24, 48 hours of delivery. This is what we would like to happen next. But one of the things I really like is when you do this inspection process, it's good to look from all different angles, know what to look for, and just do your due diligence. However, there is nothing better than that first wash. Now, this isn't gonna be my correction wash. This is not gonna be for my coating or anything like that. This is just me washing my car, the new car, for the client or myself, and getting to know it. And when you do the wash process, you're gonna notice a lot more areas. You're gonna notice if there's some compound. You might notice some wet sanding marks or things that you need to address and kind of investigate a little bit further, whether it's using your paint depth gauges to see what's going on in certain areas. So just to update you on this vehicle, when the transporter delivered it, everything was fine. I didn't see anything yet, but now I'm gonna do my fun detail therapy and do a wash session with some of the products we have. So let's get into it. Okay, per usual, let's address the wheels and wheel wells first. To help us do that this month, we included from VVASH, I think I say that right, VVASH, their ultimate wheel cleaner. Now, this brand new vehicle, 53 miles on it, delivery miles, does not have a lot of brake dust. So I'm not gonna saturate this and let it sit. But if you do have a lot of brake dust, what I would do with this product is spray it on there, rinse down first, of course, spray it on there, let it sit for 30 seconds, and then rinse it off. Of course, we know that the wheel is cool to the touch. We're not in direct sunlight with some of these products, so I would do that. On this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse, and then I'm going to spray a little bit on this brush just to agitate and just do my inspection a little bit further, make sure that all the wheels are good, there's no curb rash or anything like that. And then of course the wheel wells feeling in here. So let's get to it. Rinse down really well, top to bottom. Get that wheel well really good. That barrel. Now my designated wheel bucket. If I need to, grab my tire brush. The wheel wells aren't bad, so I'm not going to actually scrub in there. I'll spray some of this. I know this is for wheels, but sometimes I do use it on the rubber. If I need a little bit more, just spray directly on here. Now, if you need to, and this was a daily driven vehicle and it had some, dirt or whatever on there, then I would use your degreaser or something like that, spray it on there, and then really go at it. This one really doesn't need it. My wheel barrels, I'm not going to spray any of this right now. Just going to go in there, just clean up, get to know the vehicle. Always, again, top to bottom. Wheel woolly. Easy. Check before I put it back in there. If it's really, really dirty, rinse it off, then dunk it back in. Now the fun part, our little soft brushes. We have the short, this is the short one and the long one. I think we do have some red ones left, but mostly black in our member market, so you can get these online too. They did come in some past boxes, so if you're lucky enough to get them, we gave you a few different ones, so exterior and interior. This one designated for my wheels. Just cleaning. See how I'm working when I use the wheel well inside here? Went from top down because I'm bringing the product down instead of trying to bring the product up. So same thing here. Just working my way down with the spokes, top to bottom. If I need to, a little bit more to agitate in there. And just really focusing right now. Looking at every spoke, looking in there, make sure, like we talked about, there's no curb rash. Check those lug nuts, make sure nothing's loose there, nothing of a safety hazard. Get the caliper. Easy. Now, good thorough rinse. Got a wheel well one more time. If you can, feel in there, just make sure everything's clean. Rinse that out really good. One wheel at a time, I like to do. Perfect. Flush all that out. Just checking to make sure everything's up to par like it should be. Now I'm going to move on to the next wheel and do the other three. So one at a time. Okay, as you can see, I already rinsed the vehicle off now that we did our wheels. Again, just checking. When I'm rinsing on a new vehicle or even an older vehicle, making sure the seals are good. Nothing's leaking through there. So then if it was, then I can address it and know that that seal needs to be replaced. So rinse the vehicle off. Now we can go into our hand wash. This one from Liquid X, we have their Car Shampoo. Great pH balanced shampoo, but strong enough to lift dirt off the surface for easy rinse away or easy hand wash. We filled up our buckets already with about 3 to 4 ounces of the Car Shampoo. And in our bucket, we included this yellow wash mitt for you guys. Some of you guys don't like these nappy wash mitts. In our past boxes, we did the low pile, if you remember, wash mitts, or the green monster from Auto Fiber. So we tried to mix it up, see what you guys like. So now, my normal hand wash, super soft. I'm just letting this glide over the surface. And you can feel with this Liquid X Car Shampoo that definitely has some lubricity to it. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is, just like you've heard me before, top down. I'm gonna work in small sections. I'll probably, a newer vehicle like this, I'll probably do the whole top. Very light. And just looking, put my towel over when I get to right here. That's simple. Now we'll rinse this off and get to the next panel. I don't necessarily need to foam down the whole car right away. You can. This liquid X Car Shampoo works great in the foamer. I also paired it when we did the wheels. That was the soap in the bucket when we were using our VVASH Ultimate Wheel Cleaner, which is great, especially if you have heavy brake dust. So, hand wash the rest of the car, rinse that off, we'll dry it, and then we'll get to our next step that I can't wait to show you. Okay, next, from Legendary Car Care, we have their Graphene Detail Spray. You might be asking yourself, Brad, why are you doing the graphene spray on this car that you are just inspecting for the client? Well, this is what usually happens. If it's a car you purchase for yourself or it's a car you're inspecting for a client, they'll come, they'll look at it, you'll give them your notes of what needs to be taken care of, or if everything's perfect, you'll say, okay, I'm gonna start the prep process, the paint protection film, the ceramic coating, or whatever. But they'll look at the car, they'll get there and they'll be like, I kind of want to go for a drive. And you can't blame them. They got to make sure, they got to do that shakedown to make sure everything mechanically is as good as appearance-wise as you made it. So the Graphene Detail Spray, I'm doing this on this inspection car because I know the client's going to come here a little bit later. He's going to look at it and he might take it. So I just want it to look as best as possible until I tell him here are my notes of things we should do. So Legendary Car Care. 365 GSM orange Glovebox towel, edgeless. What I'm going to do is, just like your detail spray, very simple. A couple sprays on here, or right on the panel, lightly, ooh. You guys got to smell this, it smells good. Flip my towel, bam, look at that shine. Some people I see like to use the applicators, spray on there, almost like they're applying it, doing their normal applying process, and then they'll go to their towel and wipe it down. I like to just go with the towel. If I'm doing like a ceramic or a graphene in actual bottle, I will apply it like this and then wipe off. What else? While I'm doing that, another thing is, this is why I like to do that final wipe down. I'll grab my little scan grip and I'll inspect if I see anything. Shameless plug, scan grip might be hidden in one of the special March glove boxes coming your way, so keep an eye out, make sure you get subscribed. I always keep that with me for these little inspections and everything. It's just good to have. It's not like the big light where you have to tote it around in a bag or anything. We also included for you a utility towel, 350 GSM, high pile, low pile. Why did I do this? Wheels. Wanted to separate the two so you didn't cross-contaminate. I don't want to use the same towel on my paint or on my glass or my plastic that I'm using on my wheels. So give you this one, same thing, wipe it on there. Just go to town. Flip it. It's that simple. Legendary Car Care Graphene Detail Spray. Test it out, comment below, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of this car done before my client shows up and let him enjoy it. That concludes this episode of Detail Matters. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up below. And if you have any detailing related questions, comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that alert icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Until next time, happy detailing.